Hello there and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude in the Couch. I'm your host Hector, and today we're going to talk about the brand new album by Puerto Rican prog metal band Avandra, and it's called Prodigal. It's the band's fourth album, and for those of you that haven't followed Avandra, they've been putting out, free albums already, and they've been creating a huge scene in the metal world. They're signed to a European record label, and they played a prog metal festival like a few months ago over in Europe. So they're very popular, and they do prog metal really well. I would recommend this band for people who like Opeth, Dream Theater, Haken, Leprous, all those type of bands. You will dig Avandra. So in this fourth album, the band has their first concept album. It's a concept album about the effects of war, and in the album it's seen through the eyes of a main protagonist that he sees how war is ravaging the place where he lives. So the album is 10 tracks and it's almost an hour of music in length, and the album can be described to me divided in two halves. You have the first four songs that establish the concept, then you have in Traumen, which means dreams in German, as the fifth song, and it's more of a piano, electronic sounds, that it's a bridgeway to the last four songs of the album and like the epic conclusion to the story. So to me, it's an album divided in two halves, and the flow of the album is really good. The production, I gotta say, I'm floored by how great the production on this release is. The album really captures like that essence of prog that is so great, and it was mastered by David Schwartz from Astronoid, so he did a great job on it. So I'm not going to mention every song, but I'm going to give my favorite tracks of the album and just tell you a little bit about what I thought about each and every track. So the album starts really strong with Codename Pharaoh, and that song, throughout the whole song, there's a speech of President Eisenhower, and he's all saying how America's the strongest country. So it's a famous speech that he did, and it's used throughout the song. It starts the song with the the electronic and the synths and the keyboards, and then Christian Ayala, lead vocalist, starts singing. He's got a great clean voice to him, but that song really puts you in the mood of what the story is gonna be about, and it's a great album opener. Then you have on the second track of the album, The Downpour is one of the best songs on the album, and on that song, there's the introduction of growling in the singing. So there's the clean vocals with the growls, and they work great. The keyboards really at the beginning of the song with the drumming they really gel well together, and I thought that it made for a very entertaining and kind of like atmospheric sound to that song. And the best part of that song is at the ending of the song, there's a sound like the sound that a bomb makes when it blows off, and you have like tinnitus in your ears. And then it goes into New Beginnings, and in New Beginnings is like it slows down, and you get like the main character realizing what has happened and obviously trying to survive after where he lives has been bombed, and has to basically start again, a new beginning. And then the album has A Trace of Home, and A Trace of Home, it's a track that it's more faster and longer, and this track they have another vocalist join Christian, and that vocalist is the singer David Framberg from Andromeda, and his clean vocals on this song are just amazing, like the soaring that he does. It's a song that goes through highs and lows, but when it gets highs, it's like power metal register, but obviously prog. And then it goes into the song that I said is like what's dividing the second half of the album. Then the track that follows that is In Memoriam, and In Memoriam is hands down one of the fastest songs on the record. The guitar here on this track is amazing. Especially there's a guitar solo like at the 5-minute mark that really is so melodic, and it really hooks you into the song, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. It really makes it very memorable, at least for me, in my respects of what I thought of the song. And then the good thing about it is that they go really up, and then they can slow down, and then they have a track, the 8th track, Dissembling the Artifice, and that's one of the more aggressive sounds on the record. To me, the harsher vocals on that song really bring it home, because it's all about like an epic moment in the album. And even though there's clean vocals there, the growling and the aggressive vocals really make it stand out. There's like great parts where they go into the keyboards, and then like it goes into more atmospheric sounds, but then the aggressive vocals come back and suck you in, and it's just so great, so memorable. Then again, they dip it and they go like more mellow in the Earth Inside. But the album closer, Daybreak, what they do on this song is that they bring all the elements of the album. They bring all the clean singing, the growls, the great guitars, great drumming, everything, and the atmospherics. And it's a long song at almost 8.5 minutes, and it goes through peak and valleys again. And when it gets really atmospheric in the middle, like you feel like yeah, it's the peace is coming, but then it gets harsher again, and it goes like this until at the end it calms down, and it ends the record like on a positive high note. Like you feel like the main character is going to survive and see another day. And it's just great. It's a great concept album. It's one of the best prog metal albums of the year, if it wasn't that Porcupine Tree put out a record this year. But like, if you don't know Avandra, do not sleep on Avandra. They're a great band, and you should check them out. This is their 4th album, so you can check out their other 3 albums. They're just as great. So it's a very promising band doing prog metal right, and they're from my home island of Puerto Rico, so that makes me extra proud. So if you want to know more about this album, a month ago I had an interview with almost all the band. It's in Spanish, so you have to put the subtitles, and we talk all about the making of this record, and we go into songs and meanings and other things that the band had to talk about. It's a very entertaining interview. It's gonna be somewhere around here. So what did you think about Prodigal by Avandra? Did you know them? Did you just discover them? What are your favorite tracks from the record? And did you enjoy the concept that the boys put in this album? And remember, if you like my videos, don't forget to give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe. I have more content on the way. So this is the last album review of this year. Coming up next, we have other videos, and the top 25 albums are coming. I'm going to divide them in 5 videos. The last video will be my top 5 with Señorita Sabrosura, and she'll have her 5 records, and I'll have my top 5, and that will be the final video of the year. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield in a Couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you, and good night.